Hello and welcome to another Arkis video and to a new 2 million credit lap time challenge on Gran Turismo 7. We are at Dragon Trail Seaside and we are in the newly added Chevrolet Corvette C5 and we are on sports medium tires. This car is, as mentioned, a part of the update 1.59 that released on this Thursday morning. I jumped on straight away after the servers went back online. I did this on a live stream. If you want to watch the full extent of my troubles, you can go and watch that. I will put a link on the screen and in the description as well. I think I did roughly around 90 minutes on this time trial, and it is certainly still a bit rough around the edges when it comes to my driving. So it's a work in progress, but I did get in a decent time with a healthy gap to the gold cutoff time, so we should be safe. And we are going to look at some brake markers, also look at some of the mistakes I'm doing along the way. And if you are enjoying the content, please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. It is highly appreciated. Now let's get on with this one. And as we are about to start the first lap, the first brake marker we are going to look for will be the 200 board on the right hand side. You can brake slightly after it, but I think I'm braking dead on it this time because I don't want to run too deep into turn 1, because if you overshoot it, it will compromise the entire chicane and the exit as well. I'm staying in third gear this time. You can maybe use a bit of second for extra rotation. You can see the car got a bit unstable mid corner for me, and I also get a bit of oversteer on the exit. It really is a tricky corner in this car. I need to work on that. Now we've got the kink coming up, and right around here, I don't really have a proper marker, but I'm going to turn in already at this point, and you'll see me lift a bit, and I'm aiming to get that white bit straight in front of the car so I can go across it, otherwise the car will jump. And here I am braking right at the end of that red bit on the left hand side. We're going down to second gear, trying to get the car rotated before the apex so we can get back onto the power and try to straight line it out of there. I'm exiting in third gear this time. I was experimenting a bit with third and second gear. It was third gear this time, and now we are coming up towards the S's, and I'm braking before that orange barrier, and really need to be patient and be careful coming off the brakes. If you're coming off too sudden, the car will oversteer, and you really want to just coast in and get the car stable. So careful coming off the brakes, entering these corners, and you can see I'm messing up the line a bit. I didn't turn in early enough for the right hand part, so I'm coming in a bit narrow for this left hand part, and I'm just trying to keep it planted, and I'm hoping that I will stay on the track, but that was a bit wobbly. Now we're coming down the hill, and this is straight on the 200 board. I'm using that. Just make sure to get the car stopped. You're coming down the hill and not having the best brakes. Down to second gear, carefully coming off the brakes, coasting into the corner, and yeah, I'm going straight up to third gear once again. You can accelerate a bit in second, but you will probably need to short shift to third to manage the oversteer anyway. And now for the chicane of death. Around that blue tent, we are turning in, we are staying flat, and we keep staying flat, get close to that wall. Don't take too much of a chunk of that curb, and as soon as we are about to come off it, I am letting off the accelerator, and I'm coasting, even braking a bit maybe, and at that marshal we need to turn in and get close to the left hand side wall. Really a scary point of the track, and then just trying to stay flat, and I almost hit the exit wall there as well. Now we are coming up towards the final corner. I am trying to get as close to the 150 board as I dare, but I don't want to run too deep into this corner. On the previous lap I actually ran a bit too deep. Now we are slowly going down through the gears. I'm staying in third gear. You can use second for a bit of rotation, but you need to exit in third. And the reason why you see the time coming down compared to my previous lap is because I went in extremely deep and got a better run towards the line. But now we are going from a 150.004 to a 149.878. And that was my goal for that stream. I wanted to get into the 149s. I can always go back to this, but you can see I've got a healthy gap to the gold cutoff, so that will do for now. Now we will run through the lap again in chase cam and with no interruptions this time. So once again, looking for the 200 board, hard onto the brakes, this time staying in third gear throughout the corner. And the car is getting a bit wobbly for me, and I did get a bit too greedy on the accelerator mid-corner, and that can easily give you some oversteer. Now turning in really early, aiming to get over that sharp edge at the end of the curb, hard on the brakes, down to second gear and straight up to third up the hill. You can experiment with second and third there. Now we need to brake before the barrier on the right hand side. I'm staying in fourth gear, hanging onto the brakes for a bit, coasting a bit until the car is stable. I didn't really get turned in properly for that right hand part of the long uphill corners, and got a bit narrow on the left-hander and almost ran off at the exit, but we stayed on the track. Now for the 200 board, we are onto the brakes, down to second gear. Remember to brake in a straight line in this car. Straight up to third gear, and now for the chicane of death. We are flat out turning in really early, getting close to that wall. As soon as we're coming off the curb, we are coasting, even braking a bit, and we survived the chicane. Now we've got one corner to go, and as mentioned, we are going to look for the 150 board, but we are braking before it, and now just trying to find that late apex so we can get early on the power. And yeah, I got a tiny bit of oversteer on the exit, not much, but just enough to lose a bit of time, but still we got our sub 150 time for this one. So we are getting to the end of the video. I've got a few other accounts to do this one on. I will try to see if I can beat my own time, but for now this will do. It is a work in progress. Maybe there's more in it. We'll see if I can give it another go. I hope you enjoyed the video, found it entertaining, maybe even somewhat useful. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye.